First thing I recommend doing is getting a towel, any crappy towel that you don't like anymore, because this is a messy project, or not project, but yeah, activity. So I would get a crappy towel, and I advise it protects the gun, and it protects your table, especially wood tables, because wood tables get dented very easily. So I always use a towel, and then you don't have to have your own towel. You can just wipe your hands on the towel. So yeah. The next thing you're gonna need is your gun cleaning kit. It has all the essentials of what you need to clean your gun. You need to go buy one of these. I would always clean your guns after you use them. So I inherited this from my dad. My dad gave it to me once I got into shooting, because I would clean my gun after every time I went and shot. Recently, I've gotten very lazy, and but to be honest, trap guns don't need to be cleaned as often as like semi-automatic guns or rifles, because they only have moving parts that are protected. So you really just have to clean your barrels. So I'm gonna show you how to use all of this. So yeah. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your barrel off, but I recommend resetting your triggers first. So you're going to take your two shells. The primers are used, and they are empty. Both of them are. You're going to put them in your chambers. You're going to put them in your chambers. You're going to close your gun. Sorry, this gun's really stiff. Okay, and so these are inertia triggers, so you can shoot it once, and the gun needs a recoil to be able to get to the next one. So you can either cycle your safety, or you can just hit the back of the gun like this, and it should not. It hasn't done it. It's not doing it, but I think it's because it has such a nice recoil pad on it. It's not going to do it. So I would just cycle the triggers. It's a lot easier. You're going to put it to safety, which you slide it back, and you just move it forward, and then you can fire that top barrel, unless you have it set up opposite. So first thing you're going to do is take this off, or your forestock off, and then you're going to twist the lever on the back, take that barrel off. So now your gun is in all these pieces. It should be in 3 pieces: your stock, your forestock, and your barrel. So the first thing you're going to need is your hoppers, or whatever gun cleaning solution you want. It is Slip 2000 is what I'm using. It acts as a cleaner. It dissolves gunpowder residue, and it acts as lube at the same time, which is very convenient. So the first thing I like to do when I clean my gun, as I like to give my receiver attention, I like to clean it, or I like to reapply lube and stuff like that. So first thing I'm going to do is take a swab from my bag. You can use one swab. I usually use 2 swabs at a time, because one swab, usually it just goes right through. So you're just going to get in there, and you're going to clean all the crevices, get all that old, icky grease or lube out of there. This gun hasn't been shot very much, but you can see, because there's no like rings where your shells would be. But there is on the bottom, but not very much, because I shot it today, and they're just coming off as I go over it with this thing. But what I usually like to do is take a cleaning brush. You can use a toothbrush, you can use a copper brush, but this is like it's just a hard bristled brush. You're going to take your solution. This has a nifty little cap on it, but usually they come in these old looking bottles that you're just going to have to dip it in. I use this. My dad gave it to me, and it's a lot more, you don't waste as much. So you're just gonna apply it like you would toothpaste. and you're just gonna get in there and you're just gonna scrub. This isn't really mandatory for this gun right now because it's not very dirty, but it's good to like lube it up. So, yeah. And then you want to get in there after you're done scrubbing. I'm not going to scrub this very much because there's not a lot of residue in there. Just going to take a new swab. You're going to get in there and wipe all that up. So that's all that just came off like my receiver on one side of it. So just get in there, rub everything, and yeah. We are now done with the receiver. We are going to move on to the barrel. This is the most important part to clean. Again, this is not going to be very dirty because I haven't shot it a lot, and I've only shot about 15 rounds through this gun. But it's nice to clean them, but it has a lot of residue inside. So the first thing you're going to do is either take a little swab, or you're going to take a microfiber towel. And you're just going to get all the like grease or gunk off your barrel or in the joints and little crevices in your thing. Have you ever oiled this up before? Had this weird greenish grease. So, yeah, it's just gonna clean that all up. So, yeah. Next, you're gonna want to move to the inner barrel. So this gun has 2 barrels, so you're gonna have to do this twice. First tool you're gonna use is this sharp bristled, like corkscrew-like brush. And you're gonna run it through the barrel and try and get as much residue to unstick from the barrel as you can. This screws into an adapter that goes on a rod. I'll show you how to put together the rod. This rod comes in 3 pieces. Just screw them together. Hold on. Just gonna screw them together. This is gonna go on the bottom. No, this goes on right here. And then on the end where it's this swivel part, you're gonna want to put the handle. Just screws in. And on the other end, you want to put the thread adapter. I don't know why they just make them this. It's kind of annoying. And you just screw the brush in. There's many adapters that will go on this rod. Not adapters, but items. So you're just going to run it through your barrel. You can do it more than once. I'm going to do it twice. We're going to run it through the top barrel and the bottom barrel. It's nice to have a smaller barrel now. I used to a 34-inch where this doesn't reach all the way to the back. So this is a lot easier to clean than my BT. So you see all that residue that came out? So that just loosened it all up. So now we're going to get in there and dissolve it all. Now on the rod, you're going to have this adapter or whatever tool goes on the end. It's so you can put your swabs on here. I like to use, a lot of people just use one, but I like to use 2 swabs at a time. And you just put one corner through, and then you just pull it. So then it makes like, it's just like this. And then you take your solution, and you just wet it. Make sure it's nice. I'm making a mess because I don't have 2 hands, but get both sides. Usually you would like dip this in the bottle, but I don't have a bottle, so we're gonna go like this. And you're just gonna run it through. You're gonna want to kind of spin it with your hand on the rod, so you get all the barrel. So what this does is it gets that solution in there, and what that solution does is it breaks down all the gunpowder. It makes your gun look shiny. This gun hasn't had a lot of stuff through it, like I said, so there's just not going to be a lot of gunpowder in there. So it's kind of dark and blackish, but usually this would be a lot more if I shot a lot more. So, okay, so the camera battery just died. I just did a whole portion of the video and no one's saw it. But you're going to take your tip, it's the swab. I use a 20 gauge swab because 12 gauge is too hard to get through your barrel. You're just gonna run it through your barrel. I do it 1 or 2 times. I'm just gonna do it 1 time for this sake because I've already done this. You just run them through. So that's, ooh, I hit the wall. So that's gonna take all the leftover solution and all the gunpowder out of there. I like to use this Hopes gun and reel cleaning silicone cloth. It has like a silicone to it. After you clean, you should always wipe your barrel down because you want to get all those oils on the gun. This makes it all shiny too. I recommend also wiping it down with like a microfiber cloth. So I don't know if, I like to do it just in case because I don't know how good this is for the gun. But it makes it all shiny when you're done, so. This you also would do on your wood. So, you're going to put your gun back together. There you go. And then you're going to take your cloth and you're just going to wipe down all the wood. If you want, you can just take a microfiber cloth. I just like to do this. Makes it look nice in the very end. Gets all that dirt off. Or any other things that are on your barrel. Thanks for watching, guys. This was G&A Sportsman. This was Garrett. Thanks for watching the video. I enjoyed making this video. Like, subscribe, comment. We love the feedback. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Share, tell your friends. We love everyone to watch our videos. So we enjoy making them. So tell your friends.